And in biodesign, we actually find that we always start with a need statement. We actually crystallize out what is this problem that we are hoping to address in what we call a need statement. And Paul likes to call it the DNA of a good invention, right? If you have a good need, then you can actually have a good invention. Bring it back again to the identify process. The identify process basically comprises two parts. In the first part, we are talking about needs finding. Picture over here, which actually shows this kind of a flare approach, right? Where you flare out and you get a lot of problems. It actually reflects this clinical immersion portion, right? Where you have all these crazy ideas that come out just by staring and looking at the various workflows in the clinics. So from these 700 over problems, right? We realized that we only have one lifetime in which we can make something useful. So if in my lifetime I'm actually able to create a solution for one significant clinical problem, I'll be really happy. The problem then is how do you actually choose, or how do you narrow down onto that one problem that you are really confident you want to pursue because of the impact that it can actually deliver to patient healthcare, right? So after this flare approach, there's actually a focus approach where you're supposed to screen down and try to eliminate all those problems that are either not worth pursuing, or you feel that it's maybe a bit ahead of its time to kind of understand. Some of these examples include my own experience in the emergent. We tend to find problems like oh, there are tubes lying around everywhere, and it kind of impedes the workflow, right? That nurses trip over it, that the surgeons trip over the wires and whatnot. And you realize that, hey, those are problems that along the way you find that those problems will drop out because you find that, hey, it doesn't really impact anyone. There's no real meat in it. We do also come along some crazy ideas, I don't know, to cure asthma kind of thing. You also realize that there's so much unknown about this problem that it's really dangerous to pursue it. One of the favorite problems, of course, is in obesity management, right? When you actually get down to it, you realize that, hey, there's so much that's unknown about obesity that you start wondering, perhaps this angle is not going to work. Eventually, you're going to narrow down to a few needs which you really want to work on. And part of the process actually involves defining these needs first.